welcome to Cybercast, decoding today's cyber issues. I'm your host, Kate Macri. Joining me on Cybercast today is Kelley Kiernan, who is the Chief Technology Officer for the Small Business Innovation Research Program at the Department of the Air Force. Kiernan recently launched the Air Force Blue Cyber Initiative, which helps small business contractors get up to speed on Air Force cybersecurity requirements and needs. Small businesses face a deluge of requirements when doing business with the defense community. The Defense Department's recent new set of cyber rules included in the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification Program, or CMMC, can be burdensome and confusing to some small businesses. For example, a recent DoD OIG report found that some academic and research contractors didn't do a good job of protecting controlled, unclassified information. Initiatives like Kiernan's aim to address these failings. Kiernan wants to make sure cyber is easy for small businesses. She wants to encourage them to pursue contracts with the Air Force. She doesn't want cyber to be a deterrent. The goal of her Blue Cyber Initiative is to ensure no small business is sitting with questions about cybersecurity or data protection. Due to her groundbreaking work in this area, Kiernan is now detailed to the Department of the Air Force Office of the Chief Information Security Officer. Today, Kiernan is going to discuss how she got the idea for the Blue Cyber Initiative and how it's going. So to start off our conversation today, Kelley, I would love to hear from you about what prompted you to start the Blue Cyber Initiative at the United States Air Force and where you were hearing about a need for outreach from small businesses. And I'd also love to hear about how the Air Force CISO responded when you described your idea.
Thanks, Kate. I'm so happy to be speaking with you today. Yes, Blue Cyber, the DAF CISO's Blue Cyber, is a great story. So I was the Department of the Air Force SBIR STTR Chief Technology Officer and analyzing over 5,000 technologies brought into the Department of the Air Force by the SBIR STTR small business research firms every year. And I spoke with scores of those small businesses every week. They all had cybersecurity questions, Kate, or they wanted an authority to operate, or they wanted to use Department of the Air Force data to test or develop IT for the Department of the Air Force. I saw the need for an early partnership with these research contractors so that even before they received their contracts and became potential targets for aggressors, they would have support. In fact, just this year, the Secretary of Defense called for an emphasis in outreach activities to ensure and maximize small businesses' opportunities to address our global challenges. Oh, you asked about how the Department of the Air Force CISO responded. Well, I was having conversations with Ms. Wanda Jones-Heath, who at that time was the incredible Department of the Air Force CISO. And I proposed the idea to her in late 2020. In October of 2020, I had drafted a memo for Ms. Jones-Heath to clarify for Department of the Air Force engineers and scientists, small business research contractors, and contracting officers, which reminded them that there were requirements to keep Department of the Air Force data and Department of the Air Force small business contractor networks secure. That memo created a lot of buzz and speaking engagements for Ms. Jones-Heath. And she and I knew that we had hit a true need. And Ms. Jones-Heath was bold enough to change the way the Department of the Air Force supports its small business contractors.
So can you discuss how your background as a scientist and engineer positioned you to see an opportunity for this initiative to make a difference and make it happen?
Kate, my experience as an engineer, a scientist, working for NASA, and as a pilot in the Air Force and the airlines allowed me a very wide breadth of system engineering and problem solving, and what NASA calls mission assurance. And with this mindset, as I evaluated as the Chief Technology Officer for the Department of the Air Force Sitter program. As I evaluated the amazing technologies being brought into the Department of the Air Force by AFWorks and AFVentures and their models, I could see that outreach was needed to help the small businesses navigate the serpentine cybersecurity routes available to them. I contacted leaders in the ecosystem, such as Eileen Sanchez in the California Governor's Office and John Ellis at DCMA, to collaborate on pairing small businesses with the most modern cyber protection methods in the industry to better position them to accelerate the Air Force forward.
How did your passion for supporting small businesses influence the launch of Blue Cyber?
Kate, entrepreneurs are invigorating technology, as you know. They conquer the world and shape new futures for all of us. Their spirit and phenomenon generate intellectual property, which offers a propitious future for the world. The security of our diverse contractors who are pioneering this new world requires a different approach, one of outreach to help provide a personalized roadmap to security.
Can you discuss some of the pain points for small businesses associated with the Defense Federal Acquisition Regulation Supplement and how Blue Cyber helps address these?
Sure, Kate. Actually, I would say the DFARs in themselves are not the source of the pain points for small businesses. The pain points seem to trend around finding qualified cyber consultants to help them create solutions which are affordable and professional. The alternative is to have someone from inside an organization, a very small business, cobble together some cyber tools and then cross their fingers and get back to their regular job. There are many services being marketed to small businesses. Some create a secure supply chain and risk-informed decision-making, but a great deal of what is being marketed creates a, shall we say, 70% solution. It takes a professional cybersecurity advisor from someone who is invested in the success of your small business to give you good advice on where to put your time and money to create security and create a business culture which controls risk. And then sustain that investment and engage in the continuous monitoring of a network, which is one of the main tenets of a solid cybersecurity program.
Can you describe the 3 components of Blue Cyber and why you chose them, like live presentations, Ask Me Anything webinars, and one-on-one phone calls, and why you chose them to address small business questions about Air Force and DoD cyber requirements?
Sure, Kate. As you've mentioned, Blue Cyber has the 3 components. The first are the 25 short, ultra-relevant presentations created so that Department of the Air Force contractors, prospective contractors, and their government partners can understand DoD cybersecurity and information protection regulations at their own pace. And then the second is the Air Force and Space Force, CISO's Blue Cyber Ask Me Anything webinar, which provides current cybersecurity content and guest speakers from organizations such as NIST, the Cyber Crime Center, DCMA, and the dynamic director of the DC3 DICE. These unique live events are every Tuesday, and they have the goal to reach prospective companies as well. And then lastly, we have 3 hours every day where I take one-on-one calls and hear the unique challenges and direct small businesses to federal and state resources to guide them on their cybersecurity journey. The outreach has the direct effect of aiding the Air Force small businesses to protect their own intellectual property, their own employee personal information, and sensitive DoD data.
Can you give some examples of what these 3 components of Blue Cyber are like in action?
Sure, Kate. The Blue Cyber material is completely responsive to the questions I get asked by the hundreds of small businesses I talk with each week. It's a wonderful opportunity to remove obstacles to small business competition in the Department of the Air Force. Blue Cyber content has been converted to modern educational videos, which are a quick shot of cybersecurity. They're dynamic and engaging, which is important for a complex topic, and they don't take any longer than it takes to enjoy a cup of coffee. Cybersecurity can be a really complex topic, And the Blue Cyber series provides resources for the modern entrepreneur on their cybersecurity journey. The videos utilize the University of Ohio's instructor presence model to personalize the content. The Every Tuesday AMAs are a fantastic exchange where I get to act as the tutor on Department of the Air Force policies and procedures. I see our small businesses are very grateful that they have the opportunity to speak with someone from the Department of the Air Force. And there's no substitute for making yourself available to your team. And this is where the Department of the Air Force CISO is changing the way the Department of the Air Force supports small businesses.
Awesome.
And also, there's no substitute and no other organization which meets with small businesses for 30 minutes within just a few days of an email request to hear their story and provide resources. Quite often, those resources are state MEP centers or PTACs or frequently DoD's Project Spectrum. It's in these meetings where the customer takes the time to meet and tell me their story, which allows me to create Blue Cyber content, which is responsive in real time. And therefore, we come now full circle.
It's really cool that small businesses get responses from the Department of the Air Force within a couple of days for their cyber questions. It sounds like this initiative has been really successful so far. Have you seen tangible results from the initiative so far? And what do you hope to be the outcomes of this initiative?
Kate, we do see a demand signal from the Department of the Air Force CISO's Blue Cyber AMAs. We saw that signal and we went public with all our events. And the demand signal escalated even further. The desired outcome is that the small businesses, which are critically important to the DoD, are motivated to become cyber secure for the sake of their own intellectual property, their employees' information, and their financial information. The desired outcome of Blue Cyber is that no small business would be sitting with any questions about cybersecurity or information protection. Blue Cyber takes a more federalized approach to promote experimentation and avoid any single points of failure. Blue Cyber uses a strong personalized approach, which is the best model to work with and support very small firms.
So what do you consider to be the top 3 cyber challenges facing the Department of the Air Force right now? And how can small businesses position themselves to address these challenges while innovating cyber solutions for the Department of the Air Force?
Kate, the Department of the Air Force is defending airmen and guardians in a dynamic cyber environment. Our small business research contractors, including their partner academic and research institutions, are along with us as we accelerate change or lose in the modern world. There is a challenge to keep those innovation defense industrial-based partners educated on the latest threats and defenses to their small businesses. There is a race to stay as aggressive as our adversaries who are undoubtedly interested in military research. This is why the DAF CISO supports this effort in a sea of other efforts along the same line. But no one is providing the level of offensive weekly and daily support to our small business and academic institutions to ensure, as the motto says, that no small business is sitting with any cybersecurity or information protection question. And lastly, I observe that Blue Cyber provides the type of radical teamwork needed to connect the federal investment in small business cybersecurity assistance with the small businesses to ensure we are creating enduring zero trust solutions which ensure supply chain risk is managed. Indeed, our radical teamwork will bring our small businesses up to speed in the most modern methods for comprehension protection of Department of the Air Force sensitive data and networks.
So what is your vision for the cybersecurity boot camp? What kind of partners are you hoping to engage for this?
Kate, the vision for the Department of the Air Force CISO's Blue Cyber Small Business Cybersecurity Boot Camp, which is being held on March 16th, is to grow and strengthen the defense industrial base and, Kate, the future defense industrial base. This will enable small businesses to bake in cybersecurity and move forward at the speed of innovation, which is what they're great at. to allow small businesses to bid on contracts knowing what will be expected of them and to act now to secure their transformative technologies and research teams. I'd like this boot camp to generate more requests for support from the Department of the Air Force and DIB small businesses, and Blue Cyber will respond. You asked about the partners. Well, our partners are those wicked cool entrepreneurs who are wondering if they should bring their galvanic technologies to the military, if they will be supported and welcomed. And we're here to say yes. We already partnered with the National Small Business Cybersecurity Ecosystem, NIST, DC3, the NSA Cybersecurity Collaboration Center, CISA, DCMA, the Federal Laboratory Consortium, and the list goes on, including CMTC, one of the leading MEP centers for small business cybersecurity, the SBA, countless others. We want all those who are interested in pairing small businesses with the most modern cyber protection methods in the industry to better position DIB small businesses to protect sensitive data and networks to be our partners.
So are there any plans to scale the Blue Cyber initiative to other military service branches or components of DoD?
Kate, it's happening. We didn't plan for it to happen, but it's happening. Blue Cyber's personalized approach and instructor-tutor model is attractive to many organizations. We all recognize the key to protecting our Department of the Air Force airmen and guardians in the exercise of their missions is getting an early start, embracing our common cybersecurity and data protection goals by working together to create layered cyber defenses for the defense industrial base small businesses. The value of Blue Cyber, as it fits within the strategic cybersecurity plan of the current Department of the Air Force CISO, Mr. Aaron Bishop, is compelling. And the Department of the Air Force Blue Cyber events, like the Every Tuesday AMA, are public. So we have quite a crowd, and it's growing. Blue Cyber was born because of the bravery of Ms. Wanda Jones Heath, and it flourishes today under the bold leadership of Mr. Aaron Bishop. The leaders in the Department of the Air Force have paved the way for me and an amazing support team from AFWorks to change the way the Department of the Air Force supports its small businesses and its future small businesses.
So my last question for you today is about the recent DoD OIG report that came out at the end of February, which found that academic and research institutions doing contracting work for DoD did not consistently implement cybersecurity controls in accordance with federal and DoD requirements for safeguarding controlled unclassified information. Given this context, how is Blue Cyber hoping to close that gap?
Thanks, Kate. Yes, that report came out, and Blue Cyber is standing by to help those academic and research contractors create personalized roadmaps to get them to a secure state. Blue Cyber is available to meet and talk to them about the resources available in their state, usually in the form of the NIST MEP centers, the PTACs, other DoD-sponsored efforts, such as those going on at CMTC in California, and to help them understand the best practices, such as those outlined by CISA and Project Spectrum. There are resources available to those organizations, and Blue Cyber is standing by to help. Also, Kate, Blue Cyber has as its objective goal outreach to academic and research institutions. And so they are on the top of our priority list to support.
Awesome. Well, that's it for questions from me today. Is there anything else that you wanted to add before we close out this interview?
Kate, thanks for letting me talk about the Department of the Air Force CISO's Blue Cyber. We really are changing the way the Department of the Air Force supports its small businesses with this early partnership. Outreach is key to meeting the global challenges in front of us. And I'm very happy for the opportunity to tell this story.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for talking about the Blue Cyber Initiative with me today, Kelly. It's been a great conversation.
Thanks, Kate.
Kiernan's passion for encouraging small businesses drives her mission to help them get cyber ready for Air Force work, and her Blue Cyber Initiative is already seeing amazing success. The initiative's first small business cybersecurity boot camp on March 16th via Zoom drew more than 1,000 registrants and 623 unique attendees, even though the Zoom license only allowed for 500. Due to the first boot camp's incredible success, Kiernan and the Department of the Air Force CISO will host a second boot camp on April 20th. For more information, shoot her an email at kelly.kiernan@us.af.mil. That's KELLEYKIERNAN@us.af.mil. To get deep analysis and insider perspectives on what's trending in federal cybersecurity, subscribe to and follow Cybercast, and visit our website at governmentciomedia.com. I'm your host, Kate Macri. Thank you for listening.
Cybercast, along with GovCast and HealthCast, is a production of GovCIO Media and Research. For more podcasts and to check out the other shows, head to govciomedia.com. Watch out for new episodes released every Tuesday and Wednesday across our shows. You can follow all of them in your favorite podcast platform, and if you like what you heard, make sure to let us know by leaving a review. And if you have any topics you think we should look into, contact us at newsletter@gcio.com.